This your girl Toniqua, and welcome to my first episode of my podcast, Talking with T. I was just a bit started, and I just been prolonging it, so bear with me. I also left my microphone at home, and yeah, so hopefully I can get this good. So for this, the title of this episode will be called "Don't Forget About You." So the reason why I called it "Don't Forget About You" is because sometimes we have a thing that we forget about ourselves. We don't take care of ourselves. We always put other people first, and we just don't care about ourselves. So, like, prime example with me, I'm a loving person, I'm a caring person. I always think about others, and sometimes I forget about myself. Um, so therefore, sometimes I put myself in the back, like to the back end or whatever. So when things really get tough and all this stuff like coming towards me all at once, I just go into a full rampage. I have anxiety attacks. It just be so much. So sometimes I have to think twice. I'm like, you know what, Tonico, today you have to be selfish because if you don't be selfish, then you just not gonna care about yourself. And when you hit a word selfish, sometimes it sounds like very, very bad, but it's not. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because sometimes you can be selfish. Sometimes you have to be selfish. Because if you don't be selfish, then like I say, you gonna mess up yourself. So sometimes it's okay to say your friend or your family or your spouse or whoever the case may be, look, right now, I can't talk about your drama. Right now, I can't talk about your problems. Because another thing too about it, when you talk, like, be there for people a lot. Like, sometimes you just have some people who just have so much trauma, so much this, so much that, and they put it all on you. It can affect you, and now you worry about their problems, and you may have problems of your own. And then also as well, like, the thing about it is sometimes I say you'll put yourself for that person, or you always be there for that person, and then when it comes down to you, that person's not there for you. I hope I'm not rambling a lot so y'all won't get confused. But I'm gonna just say like what I learned in church. So 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I'm not sure. Um, I attended church online. I do one LA online. Check it out, it's very good. So I guess pastor was Pastor Travis Green. A lot of you guys may know him as a gospel music artist and things. So he was saying like basically you have to what did he say? Sometimes you can't expect for what you do to others, it come back to you. So basically, like, if you care for a person, you always there for a person all the time, and then once a person, once it's time for that person to be there for you, they know where to be found. And it's, he was saying like basically you have to kind of be okay with it, even though it sounds strange, but everybody's not like you. So I remember I was talking to my friend about this around that same time because I've been going through a lot of stuff lately. So it just like basically a lot of stuff just been going on. But I was telling my friend like I was traveling late night, and with me, I don't know if it's because I'm an overthinker and I'm a caring person as well, but if it was her, like the words was reversed, right? We heard to talk about it, but if the words was reversed and she was traveling that late and she coming from a far distant destination and stuff like that, I'm like, well, what's going on? Like, ask all these questions. So when it happened to me, and I'm like, it's like telling her stuff like bits and pieces and stuff like that, she's still not like, I won't say she wasn't concerned, but it wasn't how I would have reacted if it was vice versa. But basically, I have to understand everybody's different. Everybody is not the same. You may think one thing, they may think one thing. You may react one way, they may react one way. So basically, that's what he was saying. Like, you just can't expect everyone to be the same way how you are. Like, basically, you can't, basically, like he was saying, you can't care and expect the person to care the same amount as you. And you have to be okay with that. And I remember I was even before then I was telling myself like some equal, you have to stop caring more than others. So you may have somebody who care for you right here, and then you care up here, and you always get yourself hurt and put yourself in a bad predicament because you overly care for a person. So of course you're gonna expect the same thing back. So therefore sometimes you're thinking about you. Like I say, you have to always take it as well, like, okay, look, stop yourself. You can still care for a person, but don't put so much energy and caring for that person to the point that when something bad happened to you or something, you just need that person, they don't do the same thing, you end up hurting yourself 10 times more because you expect you expect that the same thing you give, you expect to receive. And basically, like he was saying, you have to kind of be okay with that because a lot of people are not the same. Another thing was, this was last week's service. I Pastor Ebenezer. I don't know what that sound is. I Pastor Ebenezer. Um, what did he talk about? He talked about something similar. Oh, unconditional love. Oh, I'm sorry, my phone is going dead. But he talked about unconditional love. So basically, what he was saying with unconditional love was that basically God's gonna always give us unconditional love no matter what. But when a friend, a family, or somebody else like do you wrong, we always question God, and God always give us that love. So basically, like God, like I said, God's gonna always give us unconditional love, and He also said that well, like you may have that friend or that family or whoever the person may be. Say I'm always here for you. I always got you. I always this. I'm always that. But when something goes down an hour or something like that, that unconditional love just go away because the conditions they don't want to deal with. So like the reason why I'm bringing these two up because I said they kind of like mesh together in a way, and I've been going through situations what basically made me think about this. That's why my first episode is this episode. But yeah. So basically, it was like a person said like I got you, and with that unconditional and I love you unconditionally, and then when something happened, it just ain't nowhere to be found. And I done been in predicaments where, and I've been there for a person. Times they could call me and I'll let them vent to me and I just, be there for them. We could be on the phone for hours. And I just be there for them and there for them, whatever case may be. And then when I'm going through something, it just like, I'll call you back, nowhere to be found and stuff like that. Mind, you could talk on the phone about anything for hours. So as soon as I'm going through something, it's have to call you back and this and that. So therefore, you have to always think about yourself too. Like, don't give your all to someone else and then they give you only 75% or 25% or 50% of what it has to be. So therefore, you have to think, like I say, think about you. You is you. Think about yourself. Because at the end of the day, you are you got. Of course, don't get me wrong, you're going to have some people who are going to give you the same amount of energy or even close to it. Because I don't think everyone's going to always have that. Basically, I love you 100%, you love me 100%. Maybe I may love you 100%, and then you may love me 90%, which is perfectly fine. But you don't want to be basically, I love you 100%, and then they love you only 50%. No, you have to think about that. So, like I said, I was telling myself months ago, like a month ago or 2 months ago, it's like a level thing. Like basically, you care right here, I care right there. And sometimes it's hard for me because I'm just such a caring person. I remember my I don't even know what to call the boy, the ex-boyfriend, yeah, boyfriend, my person I'm in a situation with. But I remember a couple years ago, me and him wasn't together. We actually stopped talking, and his second parent had passed away. And I was just so hurt, can't breathe, all kind of stuff. I have anxiety very bad. So I remember when I finally got in touch with him, I'm like, hey, y'all right? And he was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, oh no, you're not. You're not all right. And I'm crying and crying and crying and crying and crying. I'm like, and that's the situation. It's like I'm crying. Like basically, I was crying for him, and it's like sometimes, which that was a hard situation. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes you can't have like more feelings in a person, or basically like how can I use this with that predicament? Like I said, he was okay. He wasn't crying, but I'm crying. Like I'm overly worry about him. Basically, I'm worried about him more than he's worried about himself. And then, like I said, I'm so focused worried about him I may be going through something, which I don't think I was at that time, but I may be going through something to the point that I put my feelings aside. And I did that with a lot. That's not even the only situation, but that's the first thing that came to my mind. But I did it with a lot of situations that I'm overly worried about the person, and then I forget about myself. And that is not healthy at all. That is not good or nothing like that. So like I said, find you someone. Like with me, I have a couple of friends, but I know for a fact, it's crazy to say, but sometimes I know for a fact what friend to go to or what person to go um to talk. And I know for a fact, like, I can vent. Like, you have some friends who you can vent to. You have some friends who you just can't vent to. You have friends who vent to you, and that's just what it has to be. Or you have friends who you can vent to for a certain extent. Then you got some friends who can vent to, and they there for you, X, Y, and Z. Um, so yeah. So basically, like I said, be for you. Like, think about you first. Put yourself first. Basically, that's what you have to do in life, because the thing about it, I said, I'm not saying don't care for a person. I'm not saying just shut down. Not at all. But make sure you put you first. Because at the end of the day, you all you got. You have to put yourself first. You got to be the best you can be. Because at the end of the day, when you put yourself to the back burner and you there for everybody, and when it's time that you're going through something and they're not there for you, it's gonna hurt you 10 times worse. And then not only that, everybody drama is coming onto you. Plus, you like people say, the the strongest people go through a lot. Like, the person have on a big smile and still go through stuff. And I said, I know for a fact, because that's me. I can have on a big smile and be alright, and then but I be going through so much. And then I have friends, not all my friends, but I have some friends who go through a lot, and they just put all their stuff on me. And then now it's my stuff on top of their stuff, and it just keep piling up, and I just break down. And then once I break down and I try to talk to somebody, it's just like I'm all alone. So yeah, so like I said, you versus you. At the end of the day, you all you got. Basically, you're for self. Like I said, it's okay to be selfish. That's what I say. It's okay to be selfish. At the end of the day, it's okay to be selfish. Not selfish with everything, but sometimes you have to be selfish. Sometimes you have to put yourself first. Sometimes you have to be that friend what says, look, friend, I understand that you're going through stuff, but right now, it has to be about me. And I ain't saying like just being mean and stuff like that, but sometimes you have to do that, especially with the friends who's not there for you. Especially with the friends who want to call you when they're going through stuff or they want to gossip. But when you going through stuff, it's always I'm call you back, or I don't got time for it, or this and that. But like I say, it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to put you first. It's okay to let a person know how you feel. And that's another thing too. Don't make it a habit of putting your feelings aside. And I got to say that for me, because I have that. That's a habit for me. Don't make it a habit of putting your feelings aside. What I mean by that is that sometimes you don't want to hurt a person's feelings, and you'll put your feelings aside, how you feel about them, like they make you feel uncomfortable. And just not to make them mad, you'll put your feelings aside, and then now you stuck in this predicament where you got all these emotions and pain inside of you, and it's just not healthy for you. It's not good for you at all. So therefore, start making it a habit, which I need to practice on doing, to stop making it a habit that for me to stop putting my feelings aside. But yeah, that's what I got to say. I really didn't want to say that much. I know it's all over the place, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Right, to put out this video right quick, and just yeah, okay, yeah. But I hope by the end I wasn't all over the place. I know it's kind of short, but I just had to hurry up and rush to put it out. It is actually 10:24 p.m. I already took me a shower. That's why I have my muumuu. I just on a jacket to make it look a little better. And yeah, so I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what other topics do you want me to talk about. I'll be posting more. Hopefully very, very soon. I'm going to post another episode very, very soon. But yeah, thank you guys for joining my first episode. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and come on back. Bye.